Hi Brad, Bill Misrassi is my name. Just coming to you here on video to introduce myself, short introduction that prior to you reading my presentation that I've sent to you about a project that I'm very passionate about and have been working on for a number of years. I actually started this project 17 years ago. Launched it the first time out about 12 years ago. Actually, in 1999 was our first launch on the project. We launched just prior to the dot-com crash, so we were short-lived in that process. I had raised $1.5 million. We had picked up about 150,000 of it, and we launched the project, and we're into it about 60 days when the dot-com crash happened. Of course, our investors lost their funding, and we lost the funding, so we went down. About 3 years later, I resurrected the project and brought a new investor in. Who was an investor developer, and he and I spent about 1.5 years rewriting the project, putting some great technology together, and spent about 3 months in putting it out to market. I was in Idaho Falls, Idaho at that time, and we got it out to market and had a similar situation happen, except it wasn't a whole nationwide catastrophe. It was a personal catastrophe with my investor who had invested in another project that went belly up and took him into bankruptcy, which tied up my software program that we'd spent 1.5 years building, again for 3 to 4 years. Actually, it was about 4.5 years before I got it back. And then about 2.5 years ago, I brought it back to life. And this is a project that I've been watching the industry for the last 17 years. I've been watching it more closely in the last 10 to 12 years, and even more closely in the last 4 to 5 years. And nobody has grabbed this concept. Nobody has picked up on it. And I tell you, it is an exciting concept. The closer that I've been getting to the full development of it, the more prime the market has become. And I know for a fact that today is the right time for this project. And no matter what had happened over the years, I may have had a slight variation of the program come about, but in its fullness, in the effectiveness that it needs to have and will have in the communities, for the local businesses, for the local consumers, for the national marketplace, for products and services. This is the key. This is the project, and I'm really excited. And I ran across you guys here just a couple of weeks ago, and I've been reading about you. I've been reading your blogs. I've been looking at your projects you've been investing in, and the directions that you guys that you think and feel and are inspired about, and I'm excited. I'm anxious to have you take a look at what I've done, what we've put together. I have I have 2 business partners. One is a social media guru, and the other one's a production developer. He has helped to bring this last version of the project together, and that actually has entailed 3 or 4 different pieces of software that we've brought together. And we've spent in the last 7 years, we've spent about $400,000 on the project. In the last 2 years, I've spent about $220,000 of my own money in getting it to the point where it's at today. And that's not a whole lot of money for the kind of technology that we're creating, but we've pieced some pieces together. We've got some packaged stuff together. We've licensed some products. There definitely needs to be some greater development in the future of this, but right now the project is ready to go. It's ready to go to market. In fact, in the beginning of next week, we're going to launch a mini launch to kind of test market some of the parts of the project that we've been in the technology side of things that we've been working on. So we're gonna launch it out, and I'll tell you more about that after you've read the project and have an interest in what we're doing, and I hope you do. I have an interest in you guys. You know, the kind of investments you've made, the kind of projects you've invested in, they're kind of one-off projects that my platform that I've created is very suitable for, and it's a very suitable project for just about any kind of project or any kind of product or services that needs to come online. And the thing that excites me is the GDP of America is $16 trillion. About half of that is produced by the small businesses, the other half by the large businesses. The big businesses right now are the only ones really making a lot of headway on the internet. There's a few small businesses doing it, but about 85% of the small businesses in the local communities, they don't have a presence in e-commerce, and it's because of the challenges that they have in running two businesses, one online, one offline, and the time and presence and financial structures and everything of their small business. They just can't do it. So we've created a program that really assists them to do that and gives us the ability to bring that other 85% of the huge marketplace that exists into the internet. Online purchasing, the smartphone market is tremendously growing, and the desktop and laptop mobile market is there continually growing rapidly day by day. More purchases being made, more desire for people to shop locally. They can't really do a whole lot of good on the local market yet because there's so many small businesses that just aren't there. We just don't have, in this whole disruptive marketing concept that social media has brought about, the small businesses still haven't figured out exactly how to grasp that social marketplace, and so we've bundled it, we've packaged it. It's all a turnkey situation for them. Even the big businesses are still struggling. They still don't know, where to really launch their businesses. Advertising's gone down the tubes. There's so many places that it's fractured. You got to advertise in a number of different places and get, a small percentage of what they used to get on the return through television, print, radio. That's really dwindled, and my platform brings that all back to community. It's a really exciting platform. It's powerful. It provides the resources that small businesses need. It provides the ability for customers, which we're in a customer-driven marketplace now. It provides the ability for customers to participate with their local businesses, to support their local economies, to support the communities and their local economies. It creates a whole nother ecosystem in an environment that, as you mentioned in one of your blogs, that you're looking for potentially a marketplace where everything already exists and it works for both parties. And I'll tell you what, this is the one. Everything exists. This is a marketplace that the 16 trillion GDP marketplace is there. It's available. It needs to come online. It needs to be accessible by the general public through online purchasing and resources, and it's there. We've brought that process together. We can bring the local businesses online so that local shopping, buy local, all of that stuff that's becoming mainstream today is what the local consumers are looking for. It's what everybody's looking for. It's what the businesses are looking for. They're looking for a better way to get their businesses online and to be able to market out to their consumers. And boy, we've got a way for them to do it. It's incredible. I'm excited because I love to do business with the small businesses. I've been 40 years in marketing. I've created a lot of, helped to build and create and developed a lot of businesses, a couple of 3 or 4 of my own. Never have hit a big home run, but I've had some good successes. And that just enough to encourage me to continue to do work. And I don't think age has anything to do with anything. As long as we're living and breathing, we have an opportunity to do business, and that's kind of how I approach the entrepreneurial attitude that I have. Is I'm an entrepreneur at spirit. There's nothing that can keep me from building, creating, and developing new strategies. And this particular platform that I've created provides me with the ability to go into depth, into detail, into specifics, into generalities, into anything that you possibly could dream of can fit and work and develop and build and grow in this platform. I'm excited about it. Please take a look at it, Brad. I appreciate the opportunity to send this over to you. Appreciate getting to know you guys online a little bit and look forward to getting to know you a little better. If you have an interest in what I'm doing, and by all indications of what you've stated here, I think you're going to like what you see. So I look forward to hearing from you and having a further conversation with you and talking to you a little bit more further about what we can do and where we can go with this. So thank you very much for the time. I don't want to take up too much more time at this point. So I appreciate your time, and take a look at this this plan that I've sent over to you. It's in pretty good detail, and I apologize for that. I usually try to make my executive summaries a little shorter, but for where you guys have been, what you're looking for, and I wanted you to see the big picture in more detail. You can browse through it, however you want to look at it, but appreciate some feedback. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it again. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.